Welcome! Part 2 of Nasu and Takeuchi interview. We're going to be talking about the MASH Lilith rival. Okay? First, Lilith was a good girl, by the way. Here we go. So, the interviewer has specifically stated the following question. Please tell us the most impressionable servants, if you could, please. Nasu goes, we've been waiting for Paladin for this long, so it is MASH. She was going to be our welfare, right? Welfare SSR. So we definitely wanted to, at first, you know, lower her cost and make her motions and animations on the down low. That's what was our first initiation, right? Our first thought process. However, we ended up stacking on stacking a lot of things on her, and I am really happy that it happened. Simultaneously, we were able to move Phantasm Moon, and it was very exciting. That was definitely my impression for this year. The interviewer asked, what about you, Mr. Takeuchi? If it's just this year, Lilith for certain. Nasu goes, yep. And then Takeuchi continues. Takeuchi goes, whenever it comes to quote unquote asking for characters design or asking artists or anybody to make it happen, right? AKA getting things done. In normal settings, we get all the characters, ideas, and backgrounds and checks into a compiled file and ask a specific artist or specific people saying, please, we would like to have this character. And if it's this character, we would like to go in this direction kind of ordeal. That's how it goes most of the time, whenever we ask for a character. However, there are some times where a lot of the artists and a lot of the scheduling and settings and certain things don't mesh up quite well. And so we were never able to take a step forward to introducing them or to even have a nice mesh. And personally, I wanted Lilith's design. 自分はリリスのデザインを担当していただいたニップさんの絵がすごく好きで、いつかお願いしたいというチャンスを伺っていたので、総書を読んでリリスの登場することに至り、今だと言いました。Oh, it says自分はリリスのデザインを。It says, I really liked, so it's essentially there were, Takeuchi's just explaining that they wanted a couple of rough drafts on these characters and then they, add it up and then make something new entirely. Takeuchi personally enjoyed the design of Lilith. And so when the time came, Nippy, who is, by the way, the artist of Lilith, Takeuchi wanted Nippy to draw the art because he liked it. Whenever the chance came by, he wanted to just slam dunk that artist in order to make it happen. Right when we knew that in Ordeal Call 4, Lilith is going to join the fray, I pulled the trigger and asked Nippy for the character design. Nasu goes, I see. Then Takeuchi continues saying that it was quite rough for Mr. Nippy, right, to be in charge of a character design because that was their very first time in charge of a character design from scratch and having this entire character design process. So at very first, we were struggle busing it, right? He used a 4 kanji letter word of saying hard time, difficult time, to kind of describe the hardship that they kind of had of just large view but foggy vision, right? Just all over the place. And they kind of struggle busted. But while they were struggle busting it, quote unquote, concentrated idea came and started to forming, and in the final, right, in the final draft, a really good character was born. And it says, yeah, the feeling, right, the texture and the upgrade of changing on that spot was really nice. ある程度出来上がったところで担当のライターさんに見てもらって、このキャラクターデザインに合わせてストーリーも調整しますと言ってくださいました。And when the design was formed, it says, yeah, when most of the character design was formed, we show it to the writer that's in charge, right? We show the lead writer and the big writers that are in charge of Ordeal Call 4, and the lead writer, which says, quote unquote, I will adjust the story to the character design. And it's very interesting too, because a lot of the FGO story definitely changes the story around character design, which is pretty cool, because that happened in practically every fucking story so far. So the Nasu answers, 最初はもっと攻撃的なライバルだったのが、絵を見てある意味でいい子に。Yeah, Nasu interjects saying, at the very first, she was going to be a more physically aggressive rival. But when we saw the picture, it says she is a good girl in certain aspect, right? It's essentially, Nasu is explaining that Lilith was a little bit more aggressive. That was her setting at first. But they toned that down, right? Because if you don't know, Ordeal Call 4 spoiler, right? Lilith is a lot more passive aggressive than like physically aggressive. So that's why Nasu is saying that in certain aspects, she's a good girl. So the interviewer specifically asks here that Lilith was definitely a attack, right, provoker of MASH in this entire role here. And you needed quite the fine balance, or you would aggro hate from players way too much, and it would have been a very dangerous character that could have flopped due to just pure hatred. Is that correct? Right, so interviewers is asking that Lilith had to play a fine line in her role in the Ordeal Call 4 in order to generate hate from the player base, but not too much hate to make the character dangerously like, oh, I don't like this girl because, you know, she's like, she hating on my girl MASH too much, right? It says definitely that character design was a fine play. Then Nasu answers, in the very first script and very first idea session, right? It says, yeah, at the very draft, right? At the first draft, Lilith was more tight character, meaning that she was a lot more gruesome, more gory, more cruel, kitsui, like very hard to deal with kind of character. 今まで一緒に旅をしてきた仲間をある意味一方的に個人な感情で攻撃してくるキャラですから、it says, yeah, it's essentially, it is a character that's going to attack MASH, right? AKA the friend that you've been journeying all the way through this time with her own personal feelings. And so, 感情的な悪意ではなく、理性から来る敵に 憎む理由をより深いものに考えるべきだと一旦調理を設定し、現在の形に落ち着きました。ライターの力で最初は分からなくとも最終的に彼女の気持ちが分かる、理解できるライバルとなったと思います。So essentially, yeah, Nasu specifically says that she was a lot more hard on, right? Like more cruel, more aggressive, more aggro type character. Because it was because Lilith is such a character that attacks MASH due to personal feelings. We needed to adjust from not bully from emotional standard, but hatred due to logical reasoning. And we need to find the hatred for MASH a deeper meaning and understanding. And with those ideas kind of combined and with that meaning involved, we've adjusted and came up to the idea and shaped Lilith in her current form. With the power of the writer, right? By the way, Nasu is supervised ordeal call 4. He did not write this. It says, because of the power of the writer, they were able to create a rival that at the very first you would not understand her, but in the very end and her finale, you would finally understand her feelings and understand it. Right? Essentially, Nasu is saying that Lilith was supposed to be a little bit more cruel, a little bit more aggro, but now, because of the writer's power, they were able to create Lilith that is she is today, right? A rival that literally you can understand why she feels the way she is and have a deeper meaning of why she hates her, right? Hatred. 作家さんの対応がしっかり伝わる本当にいいキャラクターになったという実感がありましたね。これはきっとユーザーにも伝わるだろうと思っていたから実際に評判も良くて実際に評判も良くて作家さんにも十分抱いてることができて印象的なキャラクターになってくれたと思います。So Takeuchi answers here. Takeuchi answers here is that you can definitely feel the writer's effort to make this happen and to convey that feelings that what Nasu have stated. I genuinely think we created a wonderful character and you can felt that during that story. And I'm pretty sure the user base felt it. We were hoping that the user base felt it as well. And in actuality, the reviews are very positive, so we're quite glad. And I believe the quote-unquote artist, right, was rewarded for his amazing effort. The fact that this character has officially become a very impressionable character means quite a lot. So that concludes the MASH and Lilith kind of conversation. This one's a quite short one, but do understand that from here on out, chapter 3, 4, and 5 is going to be very long. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.